Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are playing some new brews from Thunder Junction, the new set that came out. We're going to be starting off with Timeless. We'll play some of the other formats. Don't worry, folks, if you do tune in for meta breakdowns, we'll start those up as soon as we can start getting some data in for the various formats. But there's a couple cool cards I want to try out, and I lost to something like this on the ladder in best of one. We'll try it out in best of three. But my favorite card from the set, this is like the most me card ever, Slickshot Show-off. 2 mana, 1/2 flying haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it's like super prowess, +2/0, like kill and fiend. You could plot it, which means you can pay 2 mana. It goes into like an adventure-ish zone. And then you can cast it on a subsequent turn at sorcery speed for 0 mana. What's cool here is you can have like protection up, or just have other spells that you can then play with it as kind of like a combo enabler. Other than the deck, we have prowess threats, we have, or like just things that get bigger. We have Dragon Rage Channeler, Monastery Swiftspear, we have a couple copies of Ragavan. And then we're using things like Scale Up, which makes target creature base power 6/4, so then all the prowess stacks on top. We have Become Immense, which is just going to be oftentimes 1 mana +6/6 in the deck. Questing Druid can get bigger, as well as provide us some card advantage. Then we have like Bolts, Unholy Heats for interaction. We have some Monstrous Rage, and then Veil of Summer for protection. The one thing, the sideboard, there's a bug. You can't actually see your sideboard in deck builder mode. But I have things like Roiling Vortex for show and tell, Blood Moons, some more Veils when needed. I have like Minskin Boo, Soul Guide Lantern, Pick Your Poison for just flexibility. So those are some of the cards that we have there. But we're going to jump in some games, play it out, see how it goes. If you're interested, we did a video for Demir Mill already, so that's already up. So we're going to see how this one plays out. I was going to go with just like a more traditional teamer kind of tempo, or like even blue-red tempo, but I wanted to try out the scale-up version to see how it plays out. Interested to see like certain mechanics, stuff like that, how they play out differently across. It's a little bit more all-in. You are targeting your creatures, so we want to make sure we don't get hit by Bowmasters, stuff like that. The big Slickshot being a 1/2 as opposed to a 2/1 has a lot of impact there. But we will see. Played a lot of show and tell with Demir, which had a good show and tell matchup. Struggled a bit. We played best of one just as I was hoping that the bug would be fixed by now. It's a bit annoying from like video perspective to not have a sideboard to show, but I mean, if that's the worst thing that happened, we'll take it. Usually these patches like server issues and stuff like that, but we will take it. So while we wait for our first opponent, you'll see up top, we are trying to hit 15,000 subs on the channel. If you do enjoy Timeless content, if you want to know the best decks, metagames, we do all that. It's free and easy to help out support the channel. Likes and comments also greatly appreciated. So opponent's going to go first. See what they're on. So they're not showing a companion just yet from what we can see. That would likely more often than not indicate, if I would have to guess, being like show and tell. I'll keep this. Oh, so they do have Jegantha. Okay, so they shocked in there, which suggests Bolt. Could be Jund. What we may want to do... they got my slick shot. Boo! If I hadn't tapped there, it could have been okay. Oh, they take that. Interesting. Because they could be on Blood Moon, I'm going to proactively fetch like this. And here we're just going to plot it away. Now notably, if they have Lightning Bolt, which they also kind of showed, we have to be mindful of that. So they have Goyf here. This could be our chance to get some big damage in. I have Monstrous Rage, and I can Bolt here as well. So I think we fetch here. Let's get the basic. Can't really protect, unfortunately, from Bolt, but we can try to just give like a huge damage burst. I mean, I can just do this. It gets 2 more points of damage in. They know about it, so that puts them to 11. It also draws me a card, which would help. I think we just do this because it makes our future bolts better as well. Actually, it doesn't draw me a card. That's fine. We'll just take the damage there. They can bolt me here. I can Jegantha to hand, but... Oh. So Slickshot showing off. In this matchup, I think I just want all my Veils in here. I think I'll play the Minsk. I'm less interested in scale ups, I think. Just they're gonna have more like interaction. We could go Vortex. It's a little iffy. I think on the draw we would play it. They could be on Jarsel, so maybe we cut the scale ups. Play Soul Guide. I don't think I want Blood Moon in this matchup, and I don't think I want Pick Your Poison. I think we trim a copy here, and we'll run it like that. So you can see how plot there was useful. We were able to not commit to the board, but still use our mana, which is important. Because a lot of times you're in these situations where you want to progress. Like, losing mana is not an efficient way to go about it. So this hand, fortunately, does not do anything. We'll keep this hand. I'm going to put back Stomping Ground. I may want to put in one of the Surveil lands, actually. I was thinking about it. So Thoughtseize will likely take Questing Druid. It's kind of the line that they've shown. Okay, so they have Deathrite. We'll just pass here. Slickshot's nice. So land will not have enough for Delirium at this point. They have Goyf. It's like here I'd love the Surveil to potentially bin something. We do have DRC, which has a chance to find something, but I think here we do take a chance, but I think it is correct to just plot here. If they have Jarsel, then it's pretty bad, but the way my hand was shaping up, I didn't really have an answer. Fortunately, no Bolt. Second Goyf. Don't care as much about second Goyf. Now, we do have to be mindful with Delirium. So here, I don't have an instant in the yard, so what we're going to do is kill this first. This will put Delirium going. And then we're going to kill this here. Scale up would be good. You got Jarsel. They could get Deathrite back. They can get Thoughtseize back. A big chunk of damage coming through. Swifty's not going to do a huge amount here. They do have me dead, but I can't really do much. The Goyfs are tough. Okay, so we may want the scale ups. Seems like they're still playing a bit of like Thoughtseize style effects. So all they need to do here is attack. Earliest iteration was actually something I was considering as well for the deck. We may want a couple copies of that. So I can block Goyf here. They didn't find a fatal push. And then just like a spell gets us there. They bolt. Nope. Okay, so I don't want to show them Swiftspear. You maybe want the Vortex. Okay, so trim a couple Baubles. Trim Become Immense. Trim Minsk. Because, like, that will... I think I do want Ragavan on the play still, though. It could be a Bowmaster deck. The question is, do I want Minsk or do I want the other Bauble? The Baubles do help with... I think we play one Become Immense. They didn't have a huge amount of Veil. Like, I'm sure they have Push and Bolt. I guess it's Cycles. It helps against Bowmaster. Let's do it like this. I can add the Surveil Land after this. Just play a copy of it. Because like the turn one, if we were able to enable Delirium there, would have been good. Can we also... Come on. So we're just going to lose this to the Maul. Honestly, if we had one land in this hand, I'd keep it. Because with Bauble, you're good. So here, I think I'm just going to proactively play out DRC. It's bad if they have Push or Bolt, but I may just want to cycle this after. Especially before they can get Bowmaster going. Could also try Goyf. Looking at the deck, I think like Perleus Iteration could be reasonable. We definitely don't want that. So many lands. So right now it's just instant and land, which is a bit annoying. Couldn't get anything else. So hopefully this turn's just Goyf. Or I can come cast this, which is nice. Yeah, they have the Fatal Push. Didn't matter. And this is just kind of the downside. We have to maul pretty aggressively. Doing this now because they could have Bowmaster, but... bit shitty, all things considered. We have Vortex for next turn, so if they have Jarcel, it's not bad. Bauble. Oh, let's get this going. I mean, I have the ability for burst damage, but we missed it. This is one of the downsides in this matchup, so it might have been right to keep the creatures, but still. I think we kept everything. It's just Malta 5. Yeah, we're dead. I guess I could technically win through some Blitz damage if I get thing. Nope. Okay, let's add a Surveil land. We may want Goyf, to be honest, over Ragavan. That's an interesting consideration. There's also, like, I don't want to be on Breach because it eats away at the same resources. But I think we're currently on a little bit too much. So I'll play a single Ragavan, Tarmo, Surveil. Play the Commercial District and play it over probably play it over Copperline. Jun's probably like our absolute worst matchup. The fact that they can both present reasonable blockers, and then just between Bolt, Bowmaster, like push, have a lot of answers. They have hand hate. It was weird that they kept Thoughtseize in. That's usually something, especially when you see like your opponent on main board fail. But we'll give it another go. This is why we test things out. We see how it goes. Like you might be, I don't think I want to go Jund with this. It seems like worse. I think we can like, okay, so Lurrus. I'm gonna try this. Do we want a 19th land? Millandies. Actually, I shouldn't Surveil. Just let them mill me. It's like one more card that they'd get. We gotta be mindful of Archive Trap. But this Unholy Heat will be pretty cheap to turn on here. Okay, so we're live here. Line, please. Let's get rid of this now. This is like frustrating. Okay, so they mill 8. They get a couple lands here. We have to be mindful as well with our fetches, like that we still have targets. Okay, so that's good. I'm just gonna push damage here. They're hitting a lot of lands. Crab. Okay, if they tap out here, they're dead. They're likely on some number of fatal pushes. Still have the 2 become immense, so if they go Tasha's, a land would be good. Cool. Gotcha! Okay, mill. Mill. Veil of Summer seems good. I don't think we want Pick Your Poison. We could play Blood Moon. So something I don't actually mind in these matchups is going up a bit in terms of cards. I think we trim a scale up. I think we trim both the scale ups. Could also just go Vortex. And I'm gonna trim the baubles. Play a Minsk. 65 card special. 66. It screws up our like land count, but they're gonna be bringing in more removal, so I think it's important to try to like bait out a little bit more. Yeah, sounds sick. I'm gonna prioritize not having fetch lands. Always have crab on one. Okay, we can plot next turn. Rounding. This is like their only blocker, which is a bit annoying. Oh, that's like really good for us. I mean, it opens us up, but I gotta do it. They could have Archive Trap here. They have a pause, so to me that suggests the Archive Trap. Hopefully it's just one. So I did this because they're going to have access to Drown in the Lock on Chapter 3 anyways, so might as well do it now. Blood Moon would have been pretty good there. And they glimpse us. 27. 24. Vortex is pretty good. At this point, I'm not gonna fetch. So they can cast something here, they take 5. Not a huge Tasha. Okay, we just gotta hope no more Tasha, no fetch land. My deck's pretty light, so Tasha probably mills me out here. Cool. Easy, easy. That one felt pretty solid. We'll give it one more. The slick shot's like really sweet. the way we're able to just kind of like burst damage is really good. I think we can try it. We're running out of cards, which could be a problem. So we may want like the Pearlius iterations. Let me try. And like this is where we're just going to try stuff out. I want to see what works, what doesn't. Like we could go Jarsoul. Pearly. Iterary. Couple copies of that. Could be reasonable as well, just like in a burn shell. Could go like Showdown of the Scalds. Probably too slow for Timeless. I want to play against Show and Tell. Alright, opponent's playing first. This hand is terrible. Hand is good. If it's another Mill player, feel like Mill's going to be really popular today. Thoughtseize. So I think we're probably gonna just play the Wooded Foothills and then hold up Veil for the turn, and then play Swiftspear with Veil back up the following turn. Because I'm assuming they're gonna take my Slickshot here. Okay, they take that. I can get Commercial District here, that puts another card in my graveyard. This isn't Show and Tell, this is likely Dimir Luris. Go Commercial District here. Lightning Bolts. I think at this point I want to turn on Delirium sooner, and I also want to hit another land. We'll just pass the turn here, I Veil of Summer, and then I can start with setting up Slick Shots. Let's see how they do this. I could fizzle the trigger. I think I still do this. They target themselves, and then I hit this. Rage could be interesting, but I'm gonna lose my DRC here potentially. Yeah, we'll keep Rage. So here they have to decide. Oh, actually, I'm gonna lose it anyways. Oops. Derp. Just cast Ragavan here. This kind of forces them to do something at sorcery. Okay, so they had 2 Bowmasters in their top 12 cards. They were going to get us anyways. Not much we can do there. I don't think the draw matters too much. I guess the question is, do we just want to put damage to face or deal with these Bowmasters? I think my priority is just damage to the face at this point. I mean, their hand was pretty solid. And they have Jace, new Jace. So this can plot, can draw 2, discard. So Monstrous Rage would be pretty nice here. I think we have to ultimately ignore Jace and just try to push damage to the face. That's good. So this turns off fetch lines. And if they don't have a removal spell here, they're just dead to Slickshot. This means I have 1 more bolt, it looks like. I've already seen 3. A bit lucky they found their sanctuary. Looks like dig through time. They had a very strong hand. I mean, I think that's right. You put them to 1, it shuts off all fetches. It makes it harder for them to do their stuff. They have to Fatal Push here. See if they get aggressive and attack. Okay, so haste, 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 haste. Ragavan. Oh no, they're ready. Swiftspear. Swiftspear. Oh, land also does it. We got Jegantha. At this point, they're probably gonna find like the right mix. I'm assuming they have counterspell or removal. We just have to do this. It's gonna play into like, yeah, and the problem is now they get Luris back. This opponent's literally drawn nothing but gas. They've seen 20 cards, 4 lands. They've like churned through a bit, but they've only seen 6 lands and 20 cards. It's like the most frustrating part. The last card's going to be Mana Drain, even if we find something. Oh. I think we're just going to do this now. They're going to get us. That's So annoying. Let's go Blood Moons, Veils, play the Vortex. We're gonna want to get rid of Scale Ups, they're pretty bad. Get rid of Become Immense. Honestly, trim a couple Rage. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of all the Baubles, I think. Could do Soul Guide. It's not bad. It gives me an artifact for Delirium. Probably just... I probably don't want Bauble. We'll just play the Rage. It's one of the downsides. I think if we do this again, I gotta be more burn focused. Have the plot. We could play Monstrous Rage, but be more burn oriented. We could play... I don't think the pump spells are ultimately where we want to be. It does make it a little awkward. I think we got a mulligan that one. I'll keep this one. Put back Monstrous Rage. So I want to stick the Vortex. So I'm going to put a stop on their end step. I think Vortex will be more impactful in this matchup, especially with the Jace plotting. I guess they would only have the Stern Scolding there, so maybe it was right. Hopefully it's just like Aether Gust. Okay, so we are gonna go... Because we're playing Blood Moon, I'm gonna do that. Oh no, I should have kept the land. It made me Minsk and Boo next turn. That was dumb. That was dumb. You could just dig through time here. Five. Okay, so they're fetching around Blood Moon. So given that, we should not Blood Moon going forward. Should have kept the land. It's just in my mind, I was like, we're flooding. Okay, so they're keeping Mana Drain in the yard, so they might be on a Snapcaster build. Swamp will probably try to find them a Fatal Push. Never not have it. Minsk, Minsk. Yeah. Should have a hard time with this. this requires at least a couple pieces of removal. They go pretty deep through their deck. Okay, so that's fine. Jeez, every answer. I think we're Jeganthaing this turn. Because they can attack into Minsk, even with the ping, it's only 4 damage. They would need double Bowmaster, which if they have... I mean, the way this player has been going. Okay, so that suggests to me that they might have Aether Gust. Kind of interesting, because it could be another Bowmaster. I think I have to do it still. I guess the downsides... Can they respond and kill? I had nothing but answers this game. Like, no break. No punishment. Super frustrating. Get Luris back. Like 3 fatal pushes, 2 mana drains, just nonsense. For them to like not hit lines at all. Yeah, that buys me a little bit of time. Hopefully this is just like a dig turn. Think we do an upkeep stop here. Try to get them that way there. Because if they have the mana that way, then I can maybe bait them. So we do this. They brainstorm. So this will shut off the life gain at least. And now they need to have... go Lorien. And they're dead. Because they need to counter this, which they don't have. They block, they take the 3, and then we get them that way there. Cool. Okay, so Vortex Plan worked pretty nice. They're on a lot of removal. We play a Soul Guide. And just play it like that. Mana drains are tough because they're gonna ping us, or like they're just gonna let them get the Luris turn out early without the downside. And I think that's like the best application for them. Just like scoot in a commander or a companion. Give me a good hand. Give me a good hand. Okay, this hand works. So I'm gonna lead with this, get a Stomping Ground, play Swiftspear. And then we do the same, bait the Questing Druid on their end step, and then play the Vortex. I think we just start getting basics. Because we're going to try to get Vortex going, I want to protect my life total. This could just be Stern Scolding. That's fine. I mean, that's probably our worst creature. They go Bowmaster here, we'll just kill it. Again, we want to get them to tap out. Because either this gets us card advantage, which is nice, or we tap them out and I could try to get this Vortex down. Okay, we bait out the mana drain. I think we try sneaking this down. Two here, so creature, land. Could put a rage counter on it, but part of the problem is we're a little short right now. They could just put Luris to hand and then like hold up a counter spell. We're falling behind on lines. Bit frustrating. So I should have shocked in the end. mean, if we could sneak in Blood Moon, it'd be good. Looks like a dig for 2. We're getting like ground down. All right, what you got? What you got? Mana Drain and Counterspell. Thank you. Actually, shouldn't have done that. Should have just shocked for the thing, because we're racing now. So any ping damage can make a difference. Yep, Chase comes down. The plot can only be at sorcery speed, so they are doing the plot Tybalt line, which is kind of cool. I think here I just gotta try to point face. They could have a Bowmaster. If they do, they do. That's good. I think we just do this. Try to do it on their end step. Like, they're at 8 at the end of the day. Maybe should have forced it there. Well, they take 5. See if we can get them to tap out a little bit more. Because I could get them to the Questing Druid. Might be able to steal this. These Vortex against this is pretty strong. Wonder if they're playing a red source still, so just hardcast. That's fine. Again, just let them use their resources here. I have this bolt, so I want to tap them down as much as possible. Get the counterspell. Okay, since we have iteration, we're just going to try here. They had the counterspell. I mean, here I think we push. Got him. Showing off. Showing off. All right, sweet. Let me know what you think of the deck. We played a couple different versions, got the idea of what we're trying to do. I think the pump effects may need to kind of scale back. The card advantage engines were pretty nice. I think that's the avenue we ultimately go. So I think like probably get rid of scale up and maybe just play a couple more iterations I think going Teamer for like treasure cruise would be better in the end, just because we ran out of gas too often. But let me know what you think. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.